welcome to Between Two Poles, where we get to meet the faces of pole fitness studio and beyond. Today we have with us Fawnia Mondey, owner of Pole Fitness Studio. Welcome, Fawnia.
Oh, thank you, Jenny. Happy to be here.
So good to see you, as always.
Yay.
So, Fawnia, let's just start with some background on you. Where are you from, and how did dance find you, or how did you find dance?
Oh, yes, I'm from Canada, Victoria, British Columbia. And I found dance because when I was 8 years old, I discovered Madonna, 1983. And I just became obsessed. And I just had to know everything about her. And I would get her music and I would dance like her and might even still dress like her. And I was just, oh yeah, I got the high pony. My nipples are not cones at the moment, but I was very much obsessed and everything that she did. It was like a huge inspiration. And then later on, I took some theater classes and I guess the rest is history.
Oh,
When
wow.
I turned 19, I ended up in a strip club and asked the waitress, hey, how do I find the stripper school? Where do I learn to walk, to dance? Where do I get the costumes? And she's like, girl, you just get up there and do it. And I started like shitting my pants. What do you mean I just get up there and do it? And she starts laughing. You just get up there. And I'm like, there's no school. She's like, there's no school, silly. And so I kind of left feeling like I need to do an amateur contest. Oh my God. And I need to just start teaching somebody, but I don't know what I'm doing. But there's a void here. There's a market.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I did my amateur night and
So you went right into amateur night, like not knowing anything really about.
I knew nothing. So, and I had been in a strip club once.
Okay.
So I had 24 hours to prepare. And I remember it was, I don't guess, Saturday night, my birthday. And then the following weekend, I went to Vancouver from Victoria. And I had one day to prepare. And I remember just sitting in the strip club all day.
Yeah.
All day, all night. And I would take notes.
Oh, geez.
And I know, funny education. I think I watched 24 strippers in 24 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
You were very intent on learning this craft.
I was right out of high school. I just graduated. So this was fresh in my mind. If you want to do something, you study.
Yeah.
You get prepared for the test.
I mean, it makes perfect sense. Why can't it translate to stripping as well,
And
right?
it did. It really did. And so I went and I did this amateur night, but it's not a typical amateur night, in my opinion, because it was one where the agents would go and they would see the new talent. And then you get picked up by the agent and then you give them 12.5% of your income. And they shop you around. So they book you. It's so different now. I don't even think this is the thing anymore. But I'll have to ask Vanna Lace.
That is a crazy world.
Yeah,
to
Vanna
just get
Lace,
thrown into.
Dynamite. Yeah, all these superstars. I need to check in with them because from what I'm hearing, it's not at all the same.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, I got picked up, and the agent, funny enough, he said, she's a little heavy. She's a little chubby, but she'll lean out. And I was like, oh, what? He said I was overweight? The agent said I had to maybe lose a little weight. I'm a little overweight. And I'm like, that can't be. And I just noticed, okay, I don't have these lines in their hamstrings. What is that all about? I just have a bunch of like dimples and squishy. So yeah, I did end up losing some weight. I wasn't overweight. I was average, about 145 pounds for 5
Which is like
foot
completely
4.
normal. Yeah, completely normal.
Pretty typical. Yeah.
Body weight.
Yeah, for that height and weight at that time. But anyway, so here I are. So dance found me, and I'm really grateful that I actually didn't become a police officer because that was my original goal right out of high school. Yes.
I'm trying to picture this, and I can't.
Oh man, come on, me in a uniform.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So
I
yeah,
mean, you'd be a hot police officer for sure.
yeah, I just followed the rules, right? I said, okay, I want to be a police officer. You go to the reserve building and you get an application form and you fill it out. And I asked for the application forms. They're like, I'm sorry, we don't have any. We ran out. Okay, this is back when something called paper existed. And I'm really grateful they didn't have any application forms left because
divine intervention kicked in. You were meant to be a pole instructor and to start the studio.
Yes, I am so grateful. And I come from a line of teachers. My grandmother became a teacher from the age of 16. She started teaching a one-room classroom with all ages and grades in one room in Saskatchewan.
So Fawnia, I know that at the entryway of your studio, you have that wonderful sign that says Pole Fitness Studio, home of the world's first pole dance instructor. So, how do you know that you're the world's first pole dance instructor?
Well, yeah, that's an interesting question. So I've been coined this. I didn't choose it.
Okay.
People would just say, "Oh my gosh, you're the first," because I created a DVD in 1998 called Pole Work,
Nice.
and or a VHS tape. I have to be clear. And I thought, "Oh wow, I'm the first. That's crazy." Okay. I mean, I did do a little research. And I couldn't find anyone on the internet that was making a video,
Yeah.
and so to verify that I was the first, I did a search after the fact of releasing it, and I found another company called their video was called Exotic Dancing for the Everyday Woman.
Mm,
And I bought the VHS tape, and I looked at the date of it, and it was produced in December of
okay.
98, and I was June or July of 98. But they didn't have any poles. It was just very much like sensual movement and floor work.
Right.
So, yeah, even if they had come in even at the same month as me, I'm the first to make the DVD or the VHS tape
Yeah.
of pole dancing. So that's how I think I know. But I've actually met some people over the years,
Hmm.
just in conversation here. You meet new friends, and I tell them what I do. And then this one particular lady, she worked at Home Depot,
Right.
and I go, "Oh yeah, cool." And I think she might even been working at the time that I met her. And she said, "Oh, I used to teach way before 94." I was like, "Well, you
Really?
didn't get it on video." So,
So, wow, that's like, I mean, well, that's such a wonderful title to have. I mean, I remember back when I first started pole, schools were still a rarity. I mean, you were definitely one of the first that I found here in Vegas. But, the majority of pole dance was on YouTube.
mm,
Like just watching, people set up poles in their garage and like doing tricks, and you're just like imitating, what you see on a video. Whereas, I mean, having something like this was such a blessing where,
yeah.
you actually get hands-on instruction, and, you get, you know, corrected for doing things that might be unsafe.
For sure. And now they have a line of crash mats and grips and all the
Yeah.
different aids that come with it. But YouTube didn't exist in 1994,
Oh,
1998. There was no YouTube.
when did YouTube
I don't
start?
know.
I mean, because yeah,
That I do not know. But if it was around, it wasn't very popular.
yeah,
Thank goodness, because I had a shot.
you cornered the
I
market.
cornered the market.
Yeah. So, what was it like starting this business here in Las Vegas?
Well, when I came here, I didn't know anybody, and I showed up with just two suitcases and my computer
Okay.
and a one-way ticket. So I was definitely questioned in Seattle on my way
Wow.
down. Yeah,
That's gutsy.
yeah, it was gutsy, but I was determined, even though I was definitely on hold for a couple hours at the airport. But I didn't look like a threat. And when I came down here, I thought, okay, I want to start teaching, but there isn't any places to go teach. So
Yeah.
I thought, okay, I need to find a studio space. And I found a Pilates studio, and I rented out their room, put up and down my 9 Little Minx poles every day before and after class.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, definitely had some help with Damon. And we just made it work. So in the beginning, though, it was very challenging because I was the only instructor.
Mm.
So 4 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours of teaching a day definitely got very tiring. So
Yeah.
I had to go around to the strip clubs, to wherever, just meeting people out and about, getting to know them. Do you teach? Can you teach? Do you want to teach? And
Oh, geez.
finally, I
So,
had
how did you first like start structuring things for your classes? Like, how was that whole
yeah. So in the very
process
beginning,
like?
I had access to the room at specific hours
Mm-hmm.
in the Pilates studio. And I thought, okay, what's the most common time? When can people work out? So I created Monday night, 6 p.m., level one. And
Oh,
it was one class a week.
nice.
Just like, when you think about how a baby's being born, like first they're the size of a blueberry. So I was a blueberry, and here we are. We are way more than a watermelon.
Yeah.
We have 5 rooms, 45 instructors, and 120 classes a week.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's nuts. But it just started with one class a week. And that's what I'd recommend for anyone that wants to open up their own business. Just start. Get your pen, get your paper, start writing it down and making things happen.
Yeah.
Don't wait for
The
the
perfect moment
perfect
or
moment. There's no such thing. In fact, that perfect moment isn't going to happen unless you take these baby steps.
yeah, makes complete sense. I
Yeah.
mean, I've seen how much the studio has grown
Yes.
since I started here with you, and it's just, it's gone through so many changes, all positive, the world of pole has changed so much,
It
and
has.
it just keeps on getting better, in my opinion.
Yeah, I have to agree. I know when you started, Jenny, we were downstairs studio. We had 10 poles, and then we put in an 11th pole for Felix Kane when she came from
I remember
Australia.
when she came. I was
Yes.
like,
And then you and I were trying to do we were trying to do something, I guess a shoulder mount flip, and we did it on the wrong side, and I hurt my ear, and I was like,
yes, yes. I remember that move because I never did it again. I was like, I just feel like I tore my ear off.
oh my God. I love that move though to this day. I need to do it more, and I know, yeah. I will get back to it. I'm kind of on like injury prevention mode.
Yeah.
But yeah, the studio has gone through a lot, and
Yeah.
a lot of different walks of life and creatures have come through.
Well, like what we were like talking about even before the interview started, I mean, one thing that I appreciate about you is just how, flexible you've been
I have to be
with
flexible.
your business. Yes. So I
Yes.
believe it is rapid fire time, Fawnia. Bang, bang. So spinning or static?
Ooh, I love static.
Whips or feathers?
Whips. Didn't say who's holding it though.
Oh,
I might give it to you.
Trick question. Top or bottom?
Oh, bottom.
Bottom. Oh, okay. Rice or quinoa?
I'll do a nice Canadian rice.
Ooh, Canadian rice.
Yes.
I'm curious. Tell me about the Canadian
Okay.
rice. Coffee or tea?
I'll do coffee.
Oh,
Bevakisha, please.
morning or night?
Morning. Depending,
Yeah,
but I'm
okay.
trying.
Oh, you're trying. Trying mornings?
I have a child. It's morning.
I know it all changes with the child.
Child.
We're both parents.
Yes.
Okay. Rave or meditate?
I do like to do both. I'm trying to retire from rave. That's why I gave birth to a raven.
Oh.
That's how he got his name.
Really?
Yes.
I love his name.
Yeah.
So well suited.
Thank you.
Exhibitionist or voyeur?
I think exhibitionist. You can watch.
I could see that in you. Okay. Well, we have more questions, don't we? Okay, so what happened after the TV interview aired after the Super Bowl in 2006?
Oh, yes. I believe it was Channel 13, if I'm not mistaken. They came and did a big interview for Channel 13, and it aired right after the Super Bowl. And
Oh.
I had some phone calls. Let me tell you, I went from 2 or 3 students to a waiting list. And I had to find instructors quick. That's when I found Amy Raven.
Oh, wow.
At the Rhino. Yeah.
The best promotion for your studio ever.
It was amazing. Yeah, when I first moved to Vegas, being the first pole dancing studio that opened here, it was such a blessing to have everyone curious and interested and knocking on my door.
How were you able to find students initially? I mean, how were you, promoting? How were you advertising?
Oh man, it was tough. It was tough in the beginning, and the payment structure as a student was so different as well.
Yeah.
So I would go out to the clubs a lot, the pools, restaurant openings. I know some of our Vegas magazines, one called Vegas. I remember when they opened, huge parties at Green Valley Ranch. I've seen the hotels open, and you just go and you hand out cards and you talk to people.
Okay.
That's really it, just hitting the pavement.
Right.
A few radio interviews, but more TV, actually. Channel 3, 5, 13, The Morning Blend, Fox 5 News, and can't remember the name of the Fox Morning Show. But just hitting the pavement, making phone calls. And I remember what do I want to charge? So this is how things have really adapted. The members of Pole Fitness Studio count your lucky stars, because when we first opened, we were a 4-week course. You come once a week for 4 weeks, say Mondays at 6, level 1, and it's $220.
Oh
so
my
it's
God.
$55 a class.
Wow.
1 hour class. Things have changed.
Yeah.
A lot.
Thank goodness.
Thank goodness. Yeah. But if you want to Google, say, check out rates for pole dancing studios in New York.
I was going to say, those are like New York big city
Hello.
prices.
Exactly. You're going to pay over $200 and you're probably going to get 30 or 40 classes a week access to. And then, so
we have it really good here. I say this all the time. I'm just kind of like, you go anywhere else, it is, you're hard pressed to find.
Yeah, it's like taking Pilates.
It is.
which is another. I'm going to dive into that world
Yeah.
soon. I'm excited
Oh,
to
that's
learn.
because you just got your nutrition certification.
I did. Oh
Nutrition coach
yes.
certification.
Yeah, it has no connection to Pilates, but I want to do Pilates for my health and my
Yes.
spinal alignment. But I did just get my nutrition coaching degree.
Yeah. So before we close out, Fawnia, tell us what are you working on now? What's up?
What am I working on? I'm so glad you asked this because the last couple interviews I forget.
Yeah.
I am working on a nonprofit. It's
Uh-huh.
called POLE, which means Power Over Limits Every Day. And it's focused on people over 40 that just maybe they need a reminder that they are powerful, they're strong, and
Yeah.
just because of the number doesn't dictate that they're not able to do something or they don't have to fit. They had you don't we're not the Golden Girls, you know.
Yeah.
We're not cutting our hair short.
Exactly.
We're not going to stop exercising, and we love a good podcast. Okay, we're going to sit on the couch from time to time,
Yeah.
but we have to move the body.
Yeah.
I remember a famous quote in my mind. The TV is highly motivating. Whenever it turns on, I get up and I go, and so just get up and move. Do something for yourself every day,
I love
because
that.
sitting around and watching, no offense, Netflix, but sitting around and watching that for hours a day that's not living your life.
Oh, so important.
Yeah, so we'll be encouraging people all ages to be active, and it's going to be great even for children to come out or with their children, mothers, grandmothers, everyone just coming out and having a good time.
I love that. What a
Thank
great
you.
note to end on. Thank you,
you.
Fawnia.
Yeah, thank you, Jenny.
Well, thank you for joining us at Between Two Poles. If you enjoyed the content, please like, comment, or subscribe to this channel. We'd appreciate it. Come out to visit.
And
Please.
share us with your friends.
Yes.